Hi, this is Tim from datinginfoforsingles.com, a website that covers everything you need to know for dating success. And today I'd like to discuss the topic, how to strike up a conversation and keep it going with a beautiful woman. Now, most guys make the same mistake and they can kill their chances of meeting attractive women. Dating, due to shyness or some other reason, is an absolute fiasco for them. But it doesn't have to be. It doesn't matter if you're just starting out in the seduction game or if you have been a player for years. You can probably use the following few tips for improving your technique. 1. Show an interest in the one you're talking to. Some guys think that they have to be suave and verbally fluent in order to attract sexy women. Not true. While some guys may be able to spin a story so great that it succeeds in enchanting and attracting a beautiful woman, it is not necessary. Now, you don't have to be a brilliant raconteur if you remember the following point. Show an interest in the woman rather than trying to get her interested in you. Everybody thinks they're the most fascinating creature on earth. So when you walk up to a woman and show real interest in her, she'll be impressed by your display of good taste and discernment. Now, 2. Keep the conversation going with questions. This closely ties in with the previous point. You can get a woman to start talking about herself by asking her questions. Nothing too personal, of course, but rather questions she will enjoy answering. Now, if you have trouble knowing what to ask, make a list of questions that you could ask before leaving home. Questions like, do you come here often? What school did you attend? Have you seen the Robert De Niro movie? And so on. Just be sure you don't pull the list out of your pocket before you start talking to her. But what if the woman starts talking about something you know absolutely nothing about, like, say, yoga? Well, then you simply ask her how she got into it, what she likes most about it, and so on. 3. Give compliments. As a late investment genius Charles Schwab once said, be hearty in your approbation and lavish in your praise. Everybody is quick to criticize, but how often do people give compliments? Don't be like them. People appreciate someone who stands out from the norm. However, don't get too personal at first. Say something like, I like your earrings, rather than, you've got the most sensitive, soulful eyes. But you can certainly get more personal as you get to know her better. 4. Be sincere. Don't exaggerate or brag, or you will lose credibility in a woman's eyes. It's about showing interest in her rather than getting her interested in you, remember? Now, I knew somebody who had the habit of making up the most outlandish stories in an effort to impress. No one believe those stories. Don't be that kind of person. 5. Pay attention. Really listen to what she has to say. Now, it's not just enough just to ask questions of a woman to make her think you're interested. You have to really be interested. If you ask a question she's already answered, it will not make a good impression on her. If, on the other hand, you demonstrate that you remember most of the things she told you about herself in a previous conversation, it will impress her in subsequent conversations. It also impresses her if you do your homework. For example, once you discover that she's into badminton, look into the encyclopedia and do some reading about it online. You will then be able to ask her more intelligent questions about the game when you see her again. Now, enjoy dating. See it as part of living life to the fullest. You'll attract women who sense your interest in her. Now, if you want more information about this and everything else related to success with the opposite sex, visit our blog at datinginfoforsingles.com/blog. And while you're there, be sure to fill in your name and email address to get a complete library of 7 free ebooks on dating and seduction secrets. See you there.